I'm back, I think. I don't know. I never was away. Said 5 bars. It's great connection to me. I mean, when Joe has a crappy connection, it's something. But again, when Joe has a crappy connection, I don't know why, but his Temecula connection, his Timu Temecula connection is something. But yeah, it was showing great connection. I had internet on all my other tabs. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. But it is Gerald Glassford again, back with you for the Lakers fast break. Going to have fun piecing this together for the post game, but for our audio audience. But it is Gerald Glassford. The Lakers win 124-104. Want to give a big shout out to El Rosto once again. He is a member for 12 months straight. Yeah, probably Joe does affect my connection. I don't know. My connection said it was great. It said 5 bars. I had an internet on every other one of my tabs. Don't know why. Don't know why. Again, could be an issue with YouTube. I am not sure. But again, that was weird because again, I was showing a perfect connection on my end. So it is 18-minute video podfather. Nope. Again, it was something as far as weird. I don't know. I don't know until why what was going on with it. But it is, of course, the Lakers fast break. It is Gerald Glassford. Thanks so much again for watching, listening. Truly appreciate it. Now I got to send Joe Schmo and Legend and John Costa the new link here. We'll be doing that as we do. But again, the Lakers do win, of course, 124-104. They are 33-21 on the season. Looking forward to hearing yours guys' thoughts as we head into the All-Star break once again. But yeah, we're back. We're back. Looks like we're got connection. Same kind. Nothing has changed for me, guys. Nothing has changed for me. Looks like it was fine for me. I don't know why. I do not know why it was the way it is. So again, life's great mysteries right there for you. But it is, of course, the Lakers fast break. Truly appreciate you joining us. Joe, shut up, Joe. First of all, again, you, the beacon of wisdom, you are not. Get on the show because everybody wants to hear your bloated stuff that you usually bloat out there. Blah, 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 blah. I'm angry at the world. Yes, 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 like you always do. So go ahead. It is, of course, Gerald Glassford. Thanks again for joining us. The Lakers win 124-104, 33-21 as they head into the All-Star break. Again, we've heard reports that Luka is possible for the game against the All-Star break. And I know Jeremy was upset about that possibility as far as the possibility that he is going to play in the All-Star game. And I'll just say this. He did get the 3 million people voting for him. As far as it's concerned, he was the leading all-star vote getter. I know a lot of that came from overseas, but he is still right now the most popular player according to what we're seeing in the stats. So there's a little bit of pressure on him playing on Sunday. Could that be the reason why he was held out today? Also, as well, of course, most people had the reports of him treating the injury, taking about 7 to 10 days recovery on that. So we'll see what happens indeed. But again, yes, shut up, Joe. Absolutely. El Rosto's in the chat. Truly appreciate him stopping by. Cannot thank him enough. Again, apologies for the feed. I'll have to piece it together, and that'll be wonderful in doing so, but I'll piece it together for those of that. Kennard is the beaker of 3. Yes, he is shooting and averaging close to 50% from 3. And we were talking about this during the course of the game. He's averaging close to 50% from 3 on the season, and Rui is also averaging 42.5% from 3. So you've got 2 excellent shots, although it actually went up for Rui after today's game. So definitely great to see on that one. But yes, with those 2 guys in the rotation shooting for you, hopefully that will start to clear up the pathways for LeBron, for Luka, and for AR as far as being able to have shooters out there. Now, defensively, we have to compliment JJ because in the past, close to a dozen games, he has implemented more of a zone featuring defense, and for the most part, it has worked, and it worked well. The Lakers have become a better defensive team, or they've hid their defensive flaws a little bit better with the zone defense that they've gone to quite a bit in the 10 plus games that they've gone into. So it has worked out for them. And today, obviously, when you're holding a team to 104 points and 27% shooting from three, that's obviously a very good sign indeed. So I want to give them, JJ some credit on that. He has changed the defense, and it's not perfect, but it is something obviously that's helped out the team immensely on that. Indeed. Xbox says, just want to say, have a safe trip in the morning, have some good sleep. Yes, absolutely. No Joker, El Rosto, truly appreciate it. Yes, absolutely. Have a great trip, a safe trip, and make sure that you get there and have an enjoyable time indeed. So again, it is of course the Lakers fast break. Truly appreciate you joining me, SB. Again, thanks. Big shout out for you. And thanks for you, Xbox, because I don't like to leave without saying a special thanks for you for all the hard work that you do in regards to modding, along with Search, along with everybody else. That's all the great mods that are part of what we do here at the Lakers Fast Break. Are you joining the points game with Gerald and voice your opinion? That's up to you. I don't know, but Legend is. He's here, second time around. Of course, I had some issues earlier, I guess. Again, showing 5 bars, and that's all I could do. All I could say.
Oh.
Something's going on. Something's going on indeed. Of course, Joe would blame me, and I will blame Joe, and that will. It is the guy from I Got Next Sports Media coming up right here. It is, of course, Legend. Legend, great to have you here. Lakers end this part of the season for the NBA on a 124-104 victory. They head into the All-Star break 33-21. In the second half, this game was really not very much in doubt. I still kind of feel let down. I'll tell you why. Because again, this was a week where we could have gone in, and if everything had worked out right, the Lakers would be sitting in third place right now in the Western Conference. But it never seems to really work out right. The games and the days that we can actually move up considerably in the Western Conference are the days we kind of fumble. And today was a day, yes, OKC did lose, but there's not many games on the slate. There was only 3 games on the slate. It's those 2 games back to back. I don't think that's going to hurt the Lakers too much in the long run, because the Lakers are who they are. They're a team most likely picked somewhere between 3rd and 7th, your choice on where you want to put with that. But for seeding purposes, for a possible playoff run for a team that LeBron doesn't think is going to win a championship, still, confidence going into a back half of the season is key for a team that wants to go ahead and still try to make some waves in the Western Conference this year.
Yeah, it probably was a little disappointing. They didn't get that 3rd seed spot, but they got a chance to make up for it at the All-Star break and see how things play out after that. Wise, they did handle tonight, took care of their business, got this win. Should be an easy game, no Cooper flag, so now everybody can get a good little rest. Luka can get some rest, LeBron get some rest, AR get some rest. The whole team do, and come back into the second half and go in for the final stretch. And got 1 more month left, and then the real fun get ready to get started.
JY, I can't blame you. I can't blame you at all, because he says, I need a break from this team. The All-Star break came at a good time. I can't say I blame you, because I think that it has come at a good time, because it has been a lot of noise, especially in recent weeks, in regards to what this team is doing, the future of this team, what is how this team is going to build around Luka, the last days possibly of LeBron James, who had a great game tonight. No question about it. When you're posting a 28-point triple double, you have to give him all the credit in the world for that. Stat padding at the end, regardless. Come on, was there really a need to have him there? The final 5 minutes of the game, unless it was to get that final rebound. Okay, I see. Whatever, no problem. But when it comes to what they're doing right now and all the noise going around. What is AR going to do, or is the team going to commit to AR for long term, et cetera, et cetera? How can this team build going forward? The trading deadline didn't do a whole lot outside of Luke Kennard. Just a lot of questions and noise. I cannot blame JY at all for wanting a break. And in fact, I think for the most part, I'm just going to have some great conversations with people on the NBA. But the All-Star game itself and what's going on with it there, I just think at this time, I think a lot of people are like JY and that they need a break as well.
And I mean, the NBA players want to take a break. I take one too, and I'll probably be honest with you. I probably really won't be watching the All Star game like that. It's just not the same to me no more, and I'm okay with skipping it on this one. I might tune into the 3-point contest, but I just don't think I'm gonna really be watching it. Plus, it's Valentine weekend. I'm gonna be with my girl anyway. Being with her most of the weekend is way more important to me anyway. So I'll probably miss all the festivities for All Star weekend anyway. But I'll probably just check in, see what happened, so and so. But I'm gonna take their advice and do what they do. They taking breaks and skipping games, so I'm gonna skip their All Star game and do the same as them.
Yep. Joe, man, we all pity you. That's why they enjoy you, because they feel sorry for you, Joe, who's in the chat right now. Your lame, analogies aside, Joe, get on the show, spout your mouth off as you normally do, and there you go. It's much better because, the more you type yourself into oblivion, the dumber you look. And that's all I'll say is that. But Legend, I want to get it back to you, my friend, as we're heading into the All-Star break with this All-Star game enhanced. I know that Jeremy had an issue with the fact that Luka was held out today. Now, his injury, I've been told and reported on, supposedly is needing 7 to 10 days of rehab and rest before you should actually go out there. It's also the fact that he is the leading vote getter out there, as far as over 3 million votes for him. So there is, I'm assuming, some pressure for him to play and perform in it. What are your thoughts on Luka Doncic? Because it looks like he probably will play some minutes in the All-Star game. Do you think that's right? You had a guy, as far as that you follow, in Steph Curry, who has been in a similar position. What do? Kobe, when he was the All-Star leader years ago, he still play. He was hurt, hurt his finger, dislocated it, and had still played. Ended up playing about 3 to 5 minutes, if I remember correctly. So your thoughts, my friend, on what Luka Doncic should do, because of the fact that, yes, it's the All-Star game and whatnot, but still there's going to be a lot of eyes around the world still watching what he's going to do.
I will say this much: I respect him for trying to, still playing it. Just cause you see, you got a lot of people already not gonna play in the game anyway. So I respect him one to keep up that obligation to be there for the fans and all that. But at the same time, it is risky. You're dealing with a calf injury. You miss the last several games. It ain't worth getting hurt about. It's just a exhibition game. It's not worth it. So it's like I'm kind of 50-50. I respect him for doing it, but at the same time, I would say you shouldn't do it. The season is way more important than this All-Star game. All-Star weekend already pretty much bad as it is. Probably need to get rid of it at this point. But is it worth getting hurt? That's the only thing that is risky about the whole thing. What if you go out here and reactivate that calf and you out for a couple more games, or God forbid the worst case scenario happen or something, So it's just like it ain't worth it. It truly ain't worth it.
Once again, it is the Lakers Fast Break. It is Legend from I Got Next Sportspedia, along with me, Gerald Glassford. Thanks again for watching, listening. The Lakers win 124 to 104. So again, we go into this All-Star break. I had mentioned on the Lakers' latest that if I and you had press passes and we got to go fly out to LA, got to go to the Intuit Dome, what are the questions that you would ask? I would ask 3, and I'll mention that again here in a second, what I did, because I already said it on Lakers latest. But if you had questions that you wanted to ask, of course, to Adam Silver upcoming here, I know that they've dressed in some small amount the tanking issue here with a fine to the Jazz and one other team. What was the other team that they fined $500,000 to? What's the Bucks? Was the Pistons? I'll figure it out here in a second. As far as it's concerned, but what are some of the questions that you would ask Adam Silver here because he's going to have his state of the NBA heading into All Star Weekend?
The first thing I would ask Adam Silver is, what can you do to
Pacers.
motivate these players?
It's the Pacers. It's Vari's team. The Pacers.
I would say, what can you do to motivate these players to take this All-Star game serious? Because you didn't have that problem in the 70s, in the 80s, in the 90s, early 2000s, 2010 and on when it all started. What can you do to get this generation of stars to take it seriously? It should not be this bad. That's all I'm saying. It should not be the state where it's at. The other thing I would ask is, what are you going to do about this CBA? Because it's kind of, to me, in some ways, I don't like it. In some ways, I do. It's more competitive. I do like that part. The part I don't like is I'm going to get penalized for being a good team. You're going to make me break up my core because of luxury tax. Going to the second apron and all. That part to me ain't fair. That ain't right. I'm going to get penalized for being a good team. Why should I? I feel like that's kind of messed up to me. The last thing I would ask him is, what are you going to do about these people sitting out games? How can you fix that? It looked like the 65 game rule is working to an extent, but you still got situations happening. Like, look what the Lakers did the other night. You know, a lot of other good teams going to do the same thing too as they get close to the playoffs, start sitting out. How can you fix these issues? How can you cut it out? Find some type of way to fix it, because the 65 game is working to an extent, but not enough to where teams are still doing it. So maybe making the punishment a little more harsher than just missing, some awards and all that. So that's what I would ask Adam Silver if I was him. And my very last question would be too, can you toughen up a little bit? That suspension you gave for what happened in Detroit, that was pretty weak. David Stern wouldn't have done that. He wouldn't have done that.
Absolutely, that was a slap on the wrist, especially to Stewart, because I thought it was an egregious offense. Supposedly, when you come off the bench specifically to fight with other players, I thought that was an ultimate no-no, and it was only 7 games. So yeah, it's kind of weird when you have Paul George sitting out 20 games, I think, so 25
25.
25 games for taking a substance. Again, was it for his mental health, whatnot? Again, I don't know the specific substance, but do you have somebody out there that's coming off the bench with his sweatsuit still on, and he's still trying to beat people to a pulp? And again, you only give him 7 games, so double standard. I don't know. I'll leave that up to your opinion. But again, I mentioned on the Lakers latest what my questions would be, and I'll hold off to them. But here today, I'll go ahead and speak after him on this. But it is, of course, the guy, the thorn in my side, the fungus on someone's toe. It is, of course, man from the Joe Soro experiment, Sinblades with a Y.com. It is the guy himself, Joe Soro. Joe, if you had, before you or I or Legend were kicked out of the Intuit Dome for asking the type of questions we want to ask Adam Silver, he has a State of the Union address that he's going to have probably, I think it's tomorrow or Saturday, I forget which day, but there's a lot of topics that the NBA are dealing with right now. What questions would you have for him?
Oh boy. What I would actually do, or what I would do.
If you were there and you're being Joe Soro and you're not afraid, you already know that you're going to have your press pass revoked within minutes. But you want to get your shots in.
All right. When are you going to start campaigning on having contracts not being guaranteed? Nothing shapes people up fast than taking their money away. There is no other solution. There's 0 solutions. You can't make pigs care. And that's what these guys are. Now, I'm not calling them pigs in a more in lifestyle. They're not all like Anthony Edwards is a pig, yeah, but you can't train a pig to wear nice things. They're sloppy, they're dirty, they eat their own shit. You know, we've talked about the problem in the NBA for a few years now. It's just coming to a head now because, like children, which is what these guys are, even the guys that are in their 30s, they keep extending what they can do. And you got a little bit of the taste during the bubble. These guys could not stay away from their skanks, not even for a month, to try to win a championship, to earn their money. They had to get their, you know what, going, right? They couldn't not go to their favorite food establishment. I mean, I would like to think that they could get some kind of catering done, right? I mean, maybe not. I guess that's probably what happened. But you are talking about adolescent children who are adults, and you keep giving them all this money, and then you want these guys to give a damn? And everything you did since then, since 2020, which is really the downfall, the start of the downfall of the Adam Silver tenure, because he was amazing. He was amazing from 14 to 2020. He was great. I thought things were going really well. There was a little bit of this kind of downturn once the Warriors started to kind of get injured a little bit and ended up having a bad year. But when you look at what was going on in 15, 16, 17, 18, you saw a lot of, even coincidentally, what did we see in that time, Gerald? We saw a dynasty. We saw the same two teams in the finals, and it was doing great. Jeez, where have I seen that before? Where have I seen? Oh yeah, the Spurs and the Lakers in the 2000s. Oh yeah, New York and the Bulls. I mean, again, as much as you can be against the Bulls because the Bulls beat everybody, but the Knicks were popular. The Indiana Pacers were popular. The Bulls were popular, and really the 90s was the Eastern Conference and everybody else. The Western Conference had that little thing with Houston, a little bit of Phoenix, but it wasn't exciting. The Western Conference in the 90s was as dull as it could get. Let's see here, who else? Who dominated the 80s? Who went to every finals in 10 years in the 80s? Jeez. And what wasn't what Gerald? That was your prime, right? What? How are the ratings then? NBA is fantastic. That was the slogan.
Yes. And remember, at the beginning of the 80s, they were a league that was shown after the local news at 11:30 at night for the
So in
NBA
1984, they got out of that rut. Live playoff games were now being broadcast, and we saw the beginning of two of the greatest dynasties that you can have in a compacted span, right? So 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. You're talking about 6 seasons of not only did you have the Lakers and the Celtics, you also had the Pistons playing amazing ball at that point. You had the Houston Rockets doing some things there as well. This is why I have a lot of venom towards the Mark Cubans, the Greg Popoviches, the Dan Gilberts, because they're the ones, the guys like them that are talking behind the scenes, they're the ones that have caused this. And they want it for what? I don't know. What do they want? What exactly do they want now? Do they really want Oklahoma City to in the finals? Is that going to make everybody happy? How come if that's going to make everybody happy, why did the NBA Finals get destroyed by the World Series? And that's another thing too, by the way. You got a team that's destroying baseball, but the ratings are as high as they've been in a decade. When you listen, guys, I'm going to be very clear on this. When people talk, anyone, the easiest thing to do is let them talk long enough, until you find out that they're full of shit. Because 99% of the time it's coming. And you can be a prick or not be a prick about it. I'm a prick about it because I feel like it's my duty to say something, especially when it reaches a limit. Because somebody has to do something, because these people walk all over the world and no one fucking checks them. And then when you do check them, they get defensive. They'll gaslight you. They'll swear your name off. They'll call you a racist. They'll call you a bigot. They'll call you anti this, anti that. Like, that's how the world works. That's how they get. That's how they usually get people, because people don't want to be judged and don't want to be labeled. When you have a crazy prick like me around who doesn't give a fuck, it's harder for them to do that. That's why my life is so good. I don't give a fuck. But you gotta check some people. You gotta check them. Because if you're wrong, it doesn't matter what label it is. You're wrong. I don't give a shit what you call me. Adam Silver fucked his league. Now, when I say he fucked his league up, they're all going to stay rich. The league's not going anywhere.
They're going to get richer.
But in the end, what is it going to take to make them pay for this? Can you? It doesn't matter, right? If they're still making their money, then what we're saying doesn't mean anything. So the key is to do what we did in the last game. I didn't watch a stitch, an eye of the film on anything against San Antonio the other day. It doesn't mean anything in the end of the day. Still watch today's game. Still talking about it now. So I don't know. I don't think there's a solution. I think his solution was, geez, everybody's complaining about too many games, and he added games throughout the year. He added at least 3 games. You end up playing 2 more games in the play-in, and then a championship game in the tournament. That was his response to, guys, we need lesser games, or we're playing too many games because of whatever. And then you get, the face of your league, and LeBron James is making excuses for this as well, which is pretty fitting considering LeBron James is by far the most polarizing great athlete I've ever seen in my time that has never done anything off the court that would warrant a polarizing setup. Kobe did his thing with Colorado. Magic got HIV. Jordan had gambling. Like, a lot of these guys had something, right? Even Ohtani has his little. Everybody swears that he gambled, right? Even though the FBI investigated him for a month and didn't find one thing. But apparently now the FBI is in on the scam, and then, that goes on to another subject. But this is your leader. And then you look at the leaders before him, and you start to kind of put things together, and you wonder why the league was a certain way when those guys were the face. And Steph Curry, we know a little bit about his personal life because that's all these bitches do these days, right? That wives talking about what they're doing off court and all that. I'm like, I'm sitting here going, did this fucking bitch just say what I think she said? Like, this is the kind of shit that you're gonna let your wife talk to shit on you like that? You're Steph Curry, man. You can have any woman you want. You're a good looking guy too, rich, good looking, and successful.
Joe, chill. Don't be
I don't chill. No. I don't chill, baby. When I'm on, I'm on. I don't chill.
I know that.
Actually, I do. I don't chill. I heat up.
When I came into this, you were already heating up.
Well, I'm gonna heat up a little bit more. This is all part of why this is the way it is. Why do you hang out with Steph Curry? Am I bothering you on that?
No, it's because you said he's attractive. I think that's kind of.
I'm an attractive guy, so that he doesn't need. It's a dangerous game you're playing if
he don't need one.
Right? Yeah. Sorry,
Go on, Joe.
I read that wrong. I thought you were getting mad that I was
I can give a fuck.
shitting on Steph Curry's wife.
Gay, but I'm with that.
See, that's the thing is, and then you got the Anthony Edwards thing, which I'm pretty public on that. This is your leaders. These are the leaders that you have here, and they've taken on the personality of the league, which is people who look like shit. I mean, look at half the league that are playing in the games look like shit. Hair's not combed, beards, all this. They look like they just came out of a trash can. And it's sad too because people used to look at Patrick Ewing and go, "Man, look at this guy. This guy looks weird with his high top fade and Jamaican look and all this stuff." I'm like, man, if they only knew what happened 30 years later, guys looking like straight up like they look like they just came out of a toilet. And that's again the personality of the NBA. This is what Adam Silver has allowed them to do. And not only have you rewarded them, you've supported it. Look what you allowed Jimmy Butler and James Harden to do the last few years. You let them be in the name of freedom and in the name of whatever you want to call it. You allowed players to dictate where they want to go, how they want to do things, when you're supposed to be all these rules about how you're supposed to be under the cap and have aprons and all this stuff. It's like you're saying one thing and then another thing's happening when somebody starts pressing you. And then all of a sudden you kind of go, okay, like a bad parent, basically not dealing with disciplining their children. That's it.
Once again, it is the Lakers winning 124-104.
I wouldn't last in that press conference.
Well, I didn't say so. I said the 15 minutes.
I probably wouldn't say
out. That's what I prefaced it with. The first.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. See, the thing is, it depends on the atmosphere. Like there's a lot of times I won't do things because I don't want to ruin it for people around me too. Mm-hmm. I'll bitch out on purpose sometimes because I don't want my wife or my friends to have to deal with that. So there are times where I bitch out because I don't want people around me to be affected. But if I'm by myself, generally, or if I've just had it, then at that point it's over. But I have to be in a bad place to go there. And again, I care about the people around me. I don't want to infect them with that stuff. But the problem with the NBA is we are watching it, and we still support it even though we're bitching about it. And we're the problem. I'm the problem.
It's never going to go away. And it's never going to go away.
Look, if the NBA didn't go away in the 70s when everyone was broke, it's not going to go away now. However, we can't continue to whine and cry about this and still watch. Otherwise, we're worse than that. We're worse than them.
By the way, defensive legend or myself are looking, look like we're zoning it. We're also there's like tabs for me. I've got like 10 tabs open right now. So while Joe meanders on, because I know when I ask him a question, sometimes I know when he's going to go off on for a 15-20 minute rant.
Trip show.
And so, you got to have other things to go ahead and make sure that you're looking up. And plus, I also interact with you guys in the chat as well. And sometimes I have to look up stuff. So if that's the case, that's why we have that, deer caught the headlight look sometimes, when Joe's talking or whatnot, because we know we can work on other things while that happens. But also here today, good man indeed. And okay, legend, no problem. I got Next Sports Media. Please like and subscribe. Stay with us as long as you can, my friend. We're going to have to do something during the interim. I'll figure out something for a schedule for a show for us as well, legend. It is, of course, my good friend as well. Of course, the guy behind Clutch Talk and Lakers Corner. Got to go ahead and hit him up today at Lakers Corner for a 3-minute report. Lakers win. They're now heading all on planes. They're going to Dominican Republic, Turk and Caicos, I think it's called.
Caicos.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, see, all these vacations, they've got to play. The good thing about being the last game on the schedule before the All-Star break, you're right near LAX. You're not as close as the Clippers, but you're still close enough to LAX. It is John Costa. John, good to have you here. So I was asking Legend, and I've asked Joe, also as well, I wanted to go ahead and mention what Nick T said as far as Super Chat. I'll integrate with that. If you were there and you got a press pass, Lakers Corner is doing so well, you got a press pass for the All-Star game, for Adam Silver's press conference. And you had the balls to ask him something you've been really mean to ask him. And, you see Joe being kicked out and being let out the building after his question that he's asked. And Legend is probably getting, people patting him on the back for his questions. Myself, I'm not going to be loved in Clipper City because the Clippers would be the topic of the conversation for me. What would be your topic you want to address? You want to talk tanking? Do you want to talk expansion? Do you want to talk about the Clippers and aspiration? Do you want to talk about guaranteed contracts? As what Nick T said, the gambling and its influence, because Nick T, he dropped a super chat just a little while ago about gambling and with the influence, gambling keeps the league relevant. Your thoughts, my friend, what would you say
You
in
know
that
what?
press conference if it was sent, okay, John Costa, Lakers corner?
Well, I'd be like, you know what, Adam Silver, thanks very much for letting me be here. And just so you don't feel like I'm coming at you, I'm gonna use your exact words. Okay, so verbatim. Okay. Adam Silver said that this league is a highlight league. The commissioner of the NBA, the man who's supposed to be running this league, basically just came out and admitted this is a highlight league. Now, I understand. Now, some people may just watch highlights because they're busy or whatnot, but you wouldn't expect the top dog to literally admit this is a highlight league, because now what does that do? That ruins the authenticity of the game. For those that love the game of basketball and understand that this is more than just a highlight league, that this it's beautiful to see a great defensive game. It's just beautiful to see great offense, just beautiful basketball versus, and then having your owner come out saying this is a highlight league and that's what he's pushing. And if we're going to be super truthful and honest here, also, what are you doing with just selling out for money, man? You're selling out for money, Adam. You have a chance to. The game of basketball is such a beautiful thing, man. And I know, like, you guys watch all these other sports and you guys feel however you may feel, but I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. It's all inferior to basketball. Basketball is the most beautiful, great fucking sport ever created. And Adam Silver sometimes just sells it out for money. So that's what I'll tell him. I'd be like, yo, dog, you not only are fucking up this league by making this a quote unquote highlight league, and you said this, and also you're selling out for money, man. Come on, Adam. And then I'll probably give him like a quick, like 1-2, like something like that.
Okay.
Just and then I'll be like, that's, and then while they pull me out, I'll be like, that's for Joe. Probably something like that.
Before you get to mine, I want to go ahead and bring Legend back in one more time because I know he's got to head on out. Legend, any final thoughts you would say either on today's games or what's upcoming for the All-Star break, my friend?
I would probably say it's about time to get ready to hang up that dunk contest. Yeah, I think it's over.
Nobody wants to play in it.
Yeah, it's over. Just hang it up, retire it. Let the 3-point contest be the highlight. Call it. Unless you're gonna get some guys off the street who'll be dunking or something, just gonna call it.
Okay. There you go.
Just ain't no hope to save it.
And what do you got planned for your channel? I got Next Sports Media coming up.
Definitely gonna probably talk about the tanking wise, what's going on around the league, and Utah getting fined at $500,000,
and also Indiana.
Maybe,
Indiana, by the way.
Oh, I want to see Indiana too.
Yeah.
And then I'll probably bring up maybe some ideas what they can do to fix the tanking rule, maybe change the way you get the first round draft picks or fix your draft stocks. There's different ideas may solve the tanking issue.
It's funny because they didn't find Sacramento, although Sacramento's been accused of doing some dirty stuff. But I'm sure the league just looked at Sacramento and just said, you know what? You guys just suck. You guys just absolutely suck. It's as simple as that. But go ahead and check out Legend today at I Got Next Sports Media. Please like and subscribe to his channel. Legend, you are truly the man, the myth, and the legend. I'll catch up with you sometime in the next few days for a NBA observations, and I'm looking forward to that conversation as well, my friend.
Yep, same here. You guys take care, man.
All right. Have a good one, my friend. It is Legend from I Got Next Sports Media. The thing I'll say, but if I had the chance, because I mentioned it on Lakers Latest, that for that channel. I've mentioned, we talked about expansion and all that. That's being decided or voted on by the Board of Governors and looked at this weekend. Talked about tanking and that as far as that's concerned, and they're going to be doing more. And they, obviously a bad look since the Super Bowl as far as those games have been going. And they made a fine today to both Indiana and also as well Utah on that. They found something on the knee for Triple J, and now he's out for the rest of the season. Of course, Lauri Markkanen, he's out too, must be hangnail or something like that. But I'll say this: the one thing I do want him answering is the Kawhi Leonard aspiration thing, because Pablo Torre keeps finding out more and more and more and more. If you guys go to his channel, you watch his and you guys have time now since there's no games. Check out his 8-episode arc on that, because that is some really great investigative journalism. There's a possibility that they might have been tampering with Kawhi all the way back to when he was on the Spurs.
Really?
Yes.
The Clippers have?
Yes.
And that tree organization?
Yes.
That's
well, the
crazy.
tree.
Hey, if I'm Kawhi,
before the aspiration thing, they were tampering with him because they were going through his trainer.
If I'm Kawhi, I'm finding that Pablo guy, whatever. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up, dog.
Too late now, my friend.
Too
late, and many millions of views later. Yeah, that's the one thing I would ask Adam Silver. When are you going to make a commitment? Are you aware of all the new stuff that's been added? Because it seems like, you send these commissions, or you get these companies, you get these law agencies to go ahead and look into this each and every time, and they don't find jack shit on a stick when they talk about it, as far as they're concerned. The one end when the tampering supposedly of 2019, that free agency for the NBA supposedly found nothing, and then we see a ton of stuff Pablo Torre finds out. So again, what is it? Are they doing wrong, or are they not? I want to know what's going to be done about it, and when is it going to be done? Because you're letting the Clippers roam free and run free right now. They're hosting the All-Star game and all that, and everything's gravy. But again, there's some really shady stuff right now that has gone on for the past 10 years.
That's crazy.
10 years, according to what the latest revelations are. And I'm not saying every team doesn't do that, because I'm sure there are a lot of teams in the league that do shady stuff like that. But hey, they got caught. They've got the paper trail. They've got everything but a smoking gun there. But even if, in some cases, people will think it's a smoking gun. But everything is leading up to the fact that this stuff looks bad. What are you doing about it? That's what I'd say.
Yeah. That's crazy. No, I did not know that whole Kawhi. I need to check out that Pablo guy, or whatever, Pablo
Torre finds out.
Sounds good. Well, shit, he found out a lot. If I'm Kawhi, I'm sending some people. I'm putting a hit on his head.
He needs to go on the other side of the country right now, because I think he's out of Florida. But Joe says, Gerald and John, it's Giannis, and Joe as well. It's Giannis or bust, right? I don't know if that's the case.
Giannis or bust.
If you want to turn it around now.
Yeah, I mean, if you want a championship like next year, then yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Joe,
championship next year, I guess.
Robert Wheeler has a question. He's posted it twice already. Joe, since he, I guess Robert Wheeler, John, you and I have. Robert Wheeler comes on occasionally. He asks a question, but
I know Robert. He's a legend.
He no longer directs it towards you and I. I guess he doesn't like what we have to say. He always just
he fucks with us. He fucks with us.
No, he doesn't. I know what he does. Again, I'm very aware what the chat does, and I know what he does.
I like Robert. He's cool. I fuck with Robert. He's a real.
Okay, well, I'm glad you do. But yeah, he
always like Robert.
Are you high?
All I say is just when you directed just to Joe,
high, aren't you?
Chat.
Joe, I can see it. No, now I know. No, that explains how you popped off so quick.
What do you mean I popped off so quick?
You don't pop off. That was the first time you ever done that.
What?
But anyways, okay, I'm going to answer. I got to respect the chat.
Smoke weed every day.
Do you think Hayes has shown enough so far this season to deserve at least 10 minutes a game in the playoffs? Because I think Hayes was playable in last year's playoff series against Minnesota, no matter how much he was you should have played him at least a little bit in the playoffs, but he was getting killed on the boards by Rudy Gobert.
He has had a career year in my view. He's second only to, well, I mean, I know Reeves is there too, but he's greatly improved his game. And deserves is an interesting word. No one deserves anything. You got to earn it. And he's probably earned 10 minutes, I would say, unless it's a matchup issue, which the Minnesota Timberwolves have a matchup problem with the Lakers having a big, because he's not a post-up guy. He doesn't shoot from outside, so they can't draw Gobert out.
JJ needed to play somebody in that second half. And leaving five guys out there was just,
having DeAndre Ayton, even though he's not playing what we wish he would be, he's still going to have at least some form of a threat there versus what Jackson will have, because he actually can show some offensive skills. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting.
What I'll add for the Hayes point is, I think that I agree with Joe, and I do think he's having like a career year. I want to see how it plays out come playoffs, because as we know, there's a lot of players that and played off the court during playoffs. So I'm just intrigued to see how that works out, to be honest with you. But as far as DA, I think that anything is an upgrade to comparatively to what we had last year, in my opinion. So I think DeAndre Ayton being there will be great, but I do think that there will be the games, just like how we see in the regular season, where Hayes is outplaying him. And I mean, I know they said this on the broadcast, not that this necessarily directly correlates to something, but Jackson Hayes has more dunks than DA. Not that I guess entails anything too much, but it doesn't tell he's been a lot more aggressive. It tells you that much, which we've all said.
Again, he played very well today. 8 of 10 shooting. Obviously, you get him involved, Joe, in the offense. You get him on those pick and rolls. You get him on those lobs. Defensive presence. We've always talked that was his problem, was being a defensive presence out there. He would often find himself lost in the defensive schemes, a lot of times caught outside on the perimeter when the ball was taken inside for a layup or whatnot, and he wasn't there. Today, he blocked a shot, looked really good in doing so as far as covering it. He's made more of those plays this year. So I agree with you, Joe, that he has played probably better than at any point in time in his career, consistently, for that matter.
You're on mute, Joe.
Got him. I got him. Go ahead.
Karina, are you talking about this year? What's the... Well, what would you consider a success?
It's honestly a good question. I mean, I feel like as a Lakers fan, it's hard to say anything below a title successful.
Let's say if they went 7 against Oklahoma City Thunder and they lost in the last minutes of Game 7 in the second round. Looking at it from a non-Laker perspective, they played their asses off. They lost in 7 to Oklahoma City Thunder in the last minutes of Game 7, and no one choked, no one did anything. It's just Thunder hit shots and at the right moment, and they had the last possession. Blah blah blah. That would be considered a valiant effort based off the composition of the current roster. Yeah, that would be it.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, I think anything below a title is hard to be happy about as a Lakers fan. But as long as I think that there's progression, which I would say,
what would you consider progression this year?
That's what I was going to say. I'd be comfortable saying I've already seen progression from last year, because I think it's about continuously getting better every single year. And I would say I've already seen progression, but now it becomes a question of is it enough though? Because I still do think that against good teams, we still have a glaring hole in the middle, and that's a serious question we need to ask if we want to get to where I believe we should be as a Lakers fan.
Okay, because the Lakers have they're 54 games, 82, so that's 28 games left. And in order to get to, so they have to go 17-11 to match last year's total, John. So they have to play above 500. So they have to get to 17 wins left on the season to get to the same level that they were last year. But you say that they're progressing better than they are last year.
I mean more as in a sense of like the play we're seeing on the court, right? I think we're seeing a team that's a lot more gelled. We're seeing a player like Hayes having an absolute career year. Even though DA has his down games and struggles with inconsistency, we do see the flashes of DA, which we didn't have at all of last year. And then also Luka Doncic, he can make DA so much better as a player. Again, it matters. We need DA at least to do 75% of the work, and Luka can do the rest. But I say that to say, we didn't even have that 75% last year. So I mean that, but record wise, yeah, I guess you're right. It wouldn't be a step forward record wise, but we've all been watching the game and we all know the numbers aren't black and white. I would comfortably say this team is a better team than it is last year.
Okay, fair enough. But the progression has to come in the playoffs. So what would make you happy as far as progression in the playoffs?
Man. Now that becomes a tough question because then I don't know who we're going to play. And I think playoff all comes down to matchups. But I'd say if we can get out of the second round, and that might even be a tough ask. I'm gonna be honest.
So you say if they get to conference finals, you would be happy.
Yeah.
Joe, do you concur?
I wouldn't be happy for anything.
Except for
That's what the fuck I said, Joe. I just said you can't be happy over anything.
I do what I want.
What?
I do what I want.
Well, no, you don't.
I just did.
No, you didn't. Because that's what I said too. So you basically agreed with me. Thanks for agreeing with me. Appreciate it.
Is that indica or sativa that you're on?
None of that. It's none of that. It's I'm high on life.
You're high on something because you got a mouth tonight. What the hell's going on here?
I talk every night.
No, not like this. You think you're talking like a tough guy now.
I talk like this every night, Joe. Joe, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm likely high every night.
You're talking like a tough guy. Trust me. this is what I do for a living is find out little ticks in people.
So was he high
Joe,
on the?
I talk like this every night.
Well, let me ask you this: were you high on the ganja when you went off on Joe in regards to the GOAT debate?
The Anthony Davis GOAT debate?
Yeah, the Anthony Davis one.
You said AD. I'm
Who's
like
better, Anthony Davis or Paul Gasol?
The GOAT debate.
Probably, to be honest with
you. Michael versus LeBron.
Oh,
when you
yeah.
two went at it. That one. You remember you
probably. Probably, to be honest with you. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. But probably, yeah.
Okay. I just want to ask. Because he
yeah.
was feisty then.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. Most of the time I'm on here, I'm high. I'm gonna be honest with you.
There you go.
You guys just have.
What do you mean you're gonna be honest with us? Ray Charles's dead corpse could see you're high. What are you talking about?
But you don't know that. I've been high literally every time I've been on here, and you didn't know.
Yeah, but you're using something else, something different, maybe a little bit more than usual.
The same thing.
They're coming in here going, "What? What'd you say? Huh?
A good old blunt.
What? What is it? What? John talking back now?
No, a good old blunt, Joe. And I got one for us, Joe, when I come and see you.
I don't do that shit.
No, Joe, you can't drink and then not smoke. It doesn't work that way.
Drinking is it's like a Dean Martin thing. I don't smoke cigarettes either, but I'll have a cigar.
Yeah, I don't. Please don't have.
I don't touch cigarettes. I might kill my dad. I'm not gonna. Don't even give me.
And don't vape.
Yeah, don't vape either. Don't vape. Just listen.
Vape is destroying lungs right now in record fashion. You almost would be better to smoke cigarettes than vape.
Listen, don't do cigarettes. Don't do vapes.
Why do you keep telling people what to do, man?
Smoke natural herb. The Lord
This-
put
I
me
can,
on this
I can
earth.
just see you getting down there. What, next week? Did you say, or 2 weeks?
On February 22nd. So the
Okay, I can
following
see
week.
you two driving down the 405 and you just lighting it up like Cheech and Chong.
Bro, I'm telling you,
smoke
Joe,
coming through the
Joe,
sides
you
of the
gotta,
windshields.
you gotta get loaded, Joe.
I don't
You
get
gotta get,
loaded.
you gotta get loaded, Joe. Yes, Joe. You know what's great right there? I'm about to tell you the elite right here. You go with your friends, all right. This is what I used to do when I was a kid. You get high, and then you go to 24-hour fitness, and you fucking just start working people. You just start getting buckets on people when you're high as fuck at 24, and then you go get some great food with your friends, and then shit.
How about I do this? How about I just go and play and then go eat afterwards like a normal human being?
Sure, but you're gonna get your ass busted by somebody like me who's high.
No, you're not, because your instincts are going to be
That's what
focused on
you think.
your instincts are going to be focused on one thing, and then Bill Lambier's arm is going to come out
That's
of
what you
nowhere.
think. That's what you think.
There is no would think. That's what's going to happen.
Joe, I really don't think you understand. I'm really like that when it comes to this who shit. I'm telling you, Joe.
I know you're about that, and
I'm
that's
really like that. Like, I'm being honest.
just the greatest player that ever lived was Michael Jordan, and for 3 years he was getting his ass whooped like
I
that.
know, but Joe, you're not Bill Lambier.
I said Bill Lambier's arm.
Joe, I'm respectfully, I'm closer to Michael Jordan than you're closer to Bill Lambier.
Are you sure about that?
I'm 100% sure about that.
All
Joe.
right.
I'm telling you, when I come to hoop, I have a buddy pass. I'm gonna take you to 24
I'm
hours.
gonna listen. You're setting yourself up for something really bad right now.
Joe, I'm telling you, I
Please
feel
record it.
confident in my
Please
game.
If you come to the basket and I feel like I want to make sure you don't get the basket, I'm not playing pussy ass 2026 NBA basketball.
That's
I'm
what
playing
I'm saying. I've been playing
1988 basketball.
I've been playing basketball since like 2003.
I don't care. That has nothing to do with since when you played basketball. I'm talking about. I'm bringing back 1988 basketball. That stuff wouldn't fly.
You got to live stream this. You got to
5 seconds.
Hey, I'm telling you.
live
Come
stream.
on. I'm high or sober. I could give a bucket to anybody.
Bucket?
A bucket. I give anybody a bucket. High or sober, high, whatever. I can get a bucket. However, the only thing I don't like to do is get high and go just for a run. Like that, I can't do because that's just boring.
Yeah, running is boring.
Yeah, that's why you go play basketball because you don't really realize how much you run and you really get into it too.
Well, all
yeah.
right. Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
I veered.
That's
I
okay.
veered off.
I
digressed.
You veered the second you got on the show, man.
I digressed.
Again, our Carino, I'm hoping that they do. It sounds like it's gonna happen here in about 10 to 12 days.
I just hope I'm not going to spring training when he gets here.
Yes,
Joe,
sir.
you better not, Joe. I'm telling you. You better not.
Dude, I've had this planned. I've had this planned since last year. If hopefully it'll be in March. We'll see.
Joe, you better not. I'm telling you.
Got to live stream it.
27th.
Got to live stream it. That's all I'll say. But once again, it is
Sure,
the Lakers.
I'll
winning.
take anything, brother. I appreciate you. Pause. That sounded crazy.
God, you guys got to stop making everything sound gay. Just normal conversation.
Okay,
right?
but it's saying I'll take everything is crazy.
Yeah, we'll take everything means he'll take what he's giving you in terms of what we're talking about. You don't have to turn everything. You don't have to turn everything into West Hollywood, man. Come on.
Kid also means I take everything is like everything you're giving.
You don't. Next thing you know, you're going to be saying, "I'll take all the balls I can get." Like, and then at that point, everybody's laughing, right?
That's gay.
I'm talking about basketball.
No, that's gay.
It is, of course, the Lakers winning 124 to 104. Joe, we head into the All-Star break. It's usually a time for a lot of us here at the channel to probably take some days off, although I'll sprinkle in some NBA conversations then, and I'll see if I even try to do a snack pack during the course of time that we're away. But this all-star product, this all-star game, this all-star weekend coming up in the Intuit Dome, I don't even know the rules. I don't even know what's going on. Norman Powell suddenly is now on the world team. He was on the USA team yesterday. Now he's on the world. This is just nuts, Joe. Again, the more confusing you make for the consumer, the less they want to watch the game. And for me right now, I have less desire than last year seeing the game. And I didn't watch it last year.
Honestly, you know what's crazy? I remember being a kid and being so locked into the All-Star game,
Oh,
like
yeah.
from as far as like the player intros to the literally the national anthem. Me and my brother used to stand in front of the TV and get up for the national anthem. We thought we were really out there at the All-Star game. I could give a fuck about the All-Star game now.
Well, I'm also a huge NASCAR fan. I used to love the fact that they used to put the NASCAR Clash at Daytona, and then right after the All-Star game, and then they put the Daytona 500 and then the All-Star game. I used to love that. I used to set aside that entire Sunday for this, and now it's just like, yeah, just gonna go and do what I need to do. Do what I need to do. Again, I might see the 500. I ain't going to waste my time with the All-Star game because if they don't care, Joe and John, why should I?
If they don't care, why should I?
Yeah.
It's great.
Well, we do care because we keep watching NBA basketball.
We're not.
Spend
but
2
not
hours
the All-Star game. The All-Star game, I will not.
I'm done. These guys have everything tapped in already. They're the $76 billion TV deal.
I don't know if I like that, Arcarino. Again, that might spice it up a little bit because he's talking about, is the All-Star game consequential? Do you make it consequential?
No. This is about the players.
MLB did.
This is about the players. You can't make grown adults care. They have no pride. They have no love for their league. They have no love for
the game.
For the game. This is who they are. They are selfish. And it's interesting because NBA players have always been kind of selfish. It's only 5 guys on the court. One guy can make a difference. It makes sense, right? But these guys have taken it to a different level. Imagine giving the guys in the 70s $30, $40, $50 million a year. It's exactly what's going on right now. If you look at the history of the NBA, if you look at the history,
you think they would just be wild out on drugs or?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I think the only reason why they're not wild and out on drugs, other than Paul George, is because the money is that high, pardon the pun, and they're less likely going to risk it. So back in the 70s and the 80s, before Magic and Bird and Jordan finally kind of took it over the little dead hill there, these guys were making money. They had a little bit of fame. They didn't have to go work in some schleppy job. It's playing basketball, so they did what they did because they made what they made, but they were playing a game to make money. And that's a hell of a lifestyle at that time. And then all they were doing was doing what everybody else was doing in the 70s and 80s. See, the NBA player got blamed because it's a public thing, right? And it's almost supported in the Hollywood world, right? Because it's Hollywood, and I guess that's just how it is. But when it comes down to athletes get held to a different standard. These are supposed to be freak shows that are supposed to be healthy and not on drugs and being, big like gladiator types. But we know that's not the case. It's always about the current culture of things. And this generation has been led by 2 guys, which is Steph Curry and LeBron James. LeBron James is the softest alleged GOAT that I've ever seen in my life. Steph Curry is one of the best team star athletes. Also, problem is he's kind of a beta still. I know that's a derogatory thing to say, considering I just complimented him on being someone that's communal. but he's more of a beta. And when you have betas, and LeBron might not be a beta, but he's a soft alpha. He's not the alpha that I'm used to seeing. The killers. Kobe was a killer. Kareem was a killer. Jordan was a killer. Even Magic was a killer, and definitely Isaiah was a killer. You don't have those guys. There's a story about, even as nice as Hakeem Olajuwon was, as great as he was, and as amazingly nice as he was, you still have stories of him checking Vernon Maxwell, who's certifiably fucking crazy still to this day, talking about how they're in the locker room and Vernon's going nuts in the locker room in his prime. By the way, Vernon Maxwell looked like he was built like a god. Like if you go look back at what he looked like, and he reminded me of Mad Max. Like he reminded me of those guys in the movie. And this motherfucker got, long-tongued, and even the nicest man in the league said, "Here's my hand," and they talked about it on.
I heard that.
They talked about it on what's his name's podcast, Steven Jackson's podcast. Now I could barely understand what the hell Vern was saying. His English was so bad, but
he cusses like every 5 words.
It was funny him saying like he slapped the shit out of me, and I'm like, yeah. When you get handled, the story gets very funny. I have a story that I always tell that cracks me up. That I gotta eat that humble pie. My uncle, who's not even close to my size, laughing at me while I was trying to grab him and kind of submit him. I'm like, I can't move this motherfucker. It's like country strong, like a mountain. Be careful. Be careful out there. No one's as big as look at Wilder, the boxer. There's one guy on the planet that could take his right hand, and it happened to be Tyson Fury. There's always one guy out there that'll work you. And that's just kind of the story of life. Be careful. Somebody will humble you.
There's always somebody bigger, stronger, faster, smarter.
Yeah, but anyways, the current, and it continues to work because society is like LeBron and Steph Curry. It's been accepted to be this soft, beta type man, because in society, a lot of times, if not all the time, we overcorrect. If men were so dominant and too much in charge at one point, now you swung that pendulum all the way over to the other side, and then now that side is overly used, and you eliminated a lot of the hunters. I call them the hunters. You killed the hunter. How are you going to get your food if you kill the hunter? And I don't know if society is going to get stronger again. I don't know. That's something we're going to have to wait and see.
Yes, Jeremy. Legend and I did talk about it earlier. We thought it was way too lenient as far as the punishment that was laid out for Detroit and Charlotte. I know somebody said earlier and asked you, Joe, if you wanted to see like hockey, a little bit of fighting.
Yes. I think having fights in the NBA has killed.
His answer at all.
It's killed. Why is it okay to fight? Why is it okay to fight in baseball and in hockey? Why?
That'd be fucking wild. That'd be crazy.
I want to know why it's such a big deal in the NBA. Football doesn't count. Football is a completely different realm. They're wearing pads and it's football. Forget about football. I'm talking about baseball and hockey. Dude, they have sticks in hockey and they let them fight. And they have razor blade skates.
They have baseball bats in baseball.
What is an NBA player going to 99% of NBA players couldn't hit a guy in the face from 2 feet away to save their life. Why are you suspending these guys? You want to suspend them from coming out of the locker room and off the bench? That makes sense because bitch, that you weren't even involved with this. What the fuck are you doing? But to have fights on the court, that shit needs to be good. That needs to happen. Build a rivalry. Okay? Here you had a great opportunity. Detroit Pistons. No one gives a fuck about Detroit Pistons, right? Except Detroit, maybe. They're like the 4th most popular sport in Detroit. Behind Michigan football, behind the Red Wings, you know what I mean, right? So here you have two guys that are fighting, and Duran is a beast. Let them fight, man. Let them create a rivalry now. You think those epic games with Indiana versus New York, or Pistons and Bulls, or New York and Bulls, you think that shit happened because they were skip to my Lou all together in the off court? No, man. They were Derek Harper throwing this guy this way, John Starks jumping from out of nowhere to hit somebody. dude, that's what you want. That's what brings the eyes. And if you're worried about somebody getting hurt, who the hell has been hurt other than Rudy Tomjanovich in the last 80 years? One guy in 80 years got hurt in a fight in the NBA. One fucking guy.
I gotta pull up that punch.
And the only reason why he got hurt is because Kermit Washington probably got PTSD at that moment and just happened to hit the fucking. He saw somebody coming. He fucking punched somebody. He was scared. He didn't come. He didn't try to initiate. He got scared.
Oh, that punch!
I've seen that footage so many times. Because even Tomjanovich didn't think he was going to punch him. Kermit just freaked out. Anyways, that's. I think that would play huge in terms of an audience and rivalries being built again. But they don't want to. They don't want it. They want to make everything even. And I don't know. I don't know what the fuck they want. I don't think he even knows what he wants anymore. I really don't. This thing with the Clippers. Remember we were talking about? Oh, this shit has to This shit has to end before the season starts. Otherwise, this is going to be a problem. Man, this shit is not even going to get done until the end of the year. If that. So what does that mean now? Is he going to pull a Roger Goodell with Spygate? Is he going to burn the evidence because he doesn't want his league to have that dark mark on there? Don't forget, these fuckers are all lawyers. I would have a stipulation in my if I had a say in these commissioners in these leagues, not to have lawyers as commissioners, because those guys are the real problem.
Find the loopholes. Those guys find the loopholes within every system.
I like Kermit Washington. He was nice when I got a chance to play some pickup ball with him. He was pretty good with us. And again, you would have known it was that same guy, but it was that same guy who, like you said, Joe, could have been PTSD or whatnot.
Context is so big. Even Rudy Tomjanovich forgave him, and then no one else did. How does that make any sense? How does that make any sense?
I talked with him for a while there, and
that's the thing is
really nice to us.
It becomes, and the reason why I know a lot about Kermit Washington because he's a fucking Laker, and I'm a Laker historian. It's what I do. It's why I'm on here. I'm a Laker guy. I like the Lakers. I've read a lot of things on that, and I don't read Wuthering Heights. I read the Arnold Schwarzenegger Encyclopedia. You know that's what I do. I'm a sports guy. So
the missus isn't asking you whether or not to watch Wuthering Heights this week?
Oh, Gerald, you got to again. Maybe you weren't here long enough, dude. I don't unless it's a really good rom-com. I don't do the girl stuff.
That's what I know. That I know.
Yeah,
that. That's why I was.
Now, again, hold on a second. Hold on. Movies like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, Fever Pitch, like these kind of rom-coms I'll watch all day. Because
Wuthering Heights is not a rom-com.
No, I didn't mean it to say rom-com. I don't watch Emma or any of those type of movies. No.
Those all sound
Basically, it's about 90 minutes for ladies to go ahead and oogle over Jacob Elordi. Basically, that's.
And again, I think there needs to be more of that. By the way, I like when women have an outlet to admire what they like to admire. I don't think it should be. This weekend. You know, Magic Mike, when that thing came out, all the women, my wife included, they couldn't wait to get over there and watch all that stuff. And it's funny too because I found out Kevin Nash was in it. Then I wanted to go watch it. So what the fuck is that Kevin Nash?
Well, you wanted to see what kind of actor.
Well, I wanted to see what the fuck is Kevin. Is Scott Hall's going to come out too? Because that's my guy, right? Razor Ramon was my favorite wrestler, still my favorite wrestler of all time, Scott Hall. So I'm like, hey man, is this one of those like Fever Pitch, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days? Like, is there a male cast there that I can click with? Because I know I was pretty sure Kevin wasn't going to be some fruitcake in there, right? So I'd be like, hey man, if he's doing some fun stuff, I want to watch, you know. And then of course McConaughey was in it. I like McConaughey.
But those two are like the veterans.
Yeah. But again, the storyline obviously will always make a difference. And I'm don't be surprised when I say this, folks. Okay. I did like Brokeback Mountain. It's a phenomenal movie.
It's a great movie.
Yay! It's a
well-made movie, John. Sorry.
Yes, first of all, Randy Quaid's in it. Randy Quaid's in it. When I heard Randy Quaid was in it, my antennas went up. I side with good cinematography, and I side with people who are in my life. There's been a few guys that have done everything. Guys like Randy Quaid, John Lithgow,
John Costa.
John Costa.
I like that.
It's a well-made movie.
Greg T. Nelson.
Sorry, you got to
So
look at it for
where-
that.
where-
If you look at it for just the
Look
gay
it up.
stuff
Where
and that stuff, if you're looking for just a homosexual aspect,
it's not. I didn't
It's a
look at it that way. Yeah.
made movie with great cinematography and acting. Those guys, I mean, Gyllenhaal and Ledger, the late Heath Ledger, you wanted to see what kind of talent they brought. I mean, yeah, they especially Ledger. I mean, the dude's Australian, and he went in there and acted like what? It takes in Wyoming. I forget, but he was he came in and you believed he was a cowboy as far as it's concerned. It's just really great. And rest in peace, Heath Ledger, one of the great actors that died well before.
It got gay in here. Wow.
Hey, Joe watched it. I've watched it. It's
Defense wins.
Well,
Is that defense wins championships? My toilets are clogged, Joe. Do you fix toilets? Only mine. The defense. Sorry.
Joe Soro. Do you like Christopher?
I do have a good plumber though that I have on call if you need him.
The Odyssey. I am going to buy tickets in advance for that Arc Arena. And IMAX would be the
I'm still waiting on the official Helen of Troy cast. If that's legit. If that's legit, then I'm not buying tickets.
Who is Helen of Troy? Supposedly.
We'll see. No
I'll
comment.
look it up. I mean, that looks great, Arc Arena. I'm with you on that one. But once again, it is, of course, the Lakers fast break. This kind of talk is what you have at just before the All-Star break. But John, I think, are you excited the project? It's okay. I think I'm gonna go see it. Cool, bro. I think I'm gonna go see Project Hail
Oh
Mary.
God, is he here back in?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go see. I'll see it again. It looks okay. It looks, you can pretty much. I mean, it's funny because it was made by the writer of The Martian, so it deals with another guy that's stranded out in space. So this is not too far.
I like The Martian.
Then it's the same writer. So
I like The Martian. I thought it was a phenomenal film.
I mean,
What's up, Deshaun? How you
the
doing,
cute
bro?
Rocky part, that was kind of like, it depends how they utilize that Rocky character, and I'll leave it at that. But T3&D says Lakers fast break. KC Jones has 2 times champions, yes, as a head coach, and 2 times was voted top 15 coach of all time. Why is he not in the Hall? I couldn't tell you. I can't.
He's in the Hall of Fame though, as a player, right?
Player, but not as a coach. He said, "Why is he not?"
I think a lot of it, guys, was I don't think I don't know why it was like this. They didn't consider. Everyone always considered Red Auerbach to be the guy that really made things happen in Boston. That's why, because they had Bill Fitch Bill Fitch was the coach at 81 when they won, and then Casey Jones won in 84 and 86, and a lot of the credit went to Red Auerbach and really Larry Bird. It just wasn't. It's just kind of how it was then, that they kind of took the credit. Red Auerbach was, I mean, he was the George Halas of basketball. I know a lot of you guys don't know who would it be compared to by now. He was, I mean, could you say Sam Presti of that time?
Yeah.
I mean, a little more. It was Jerry West of his time. I don't know. I didn't even know how to say it. The reason why I'm saying
Jerry. I'm sorry. I cannot stop chuckling when you say Jerry West for a little while, because I remark back to Pablo Torre Finds Out, because it has that audio recording of Jerry West calling the Lakers a shit show. I thought that was hilarious. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
Well, just so that the Lakers know that because they ran a shit show, that they probably lost out on.
This was a private voicemail.
Imagine this. This is the sad part. Imagine this. We've talked about if Kawhi had come to the Lakers in 2020, we'd probably be sitting on at least two more championships. If you didn't screw Jerry West, you probably would have had him still in and around the building, and you probably would have gotten Kawhi.
Exactly.
When will the Mavs ever beat the Lakers?
Again, this was set up a long time ago as far as him coming to the Clippers. They were working on him since, according to the latest news, that's the greatest
compliment. That's the greatest compliment you could give me, Carino, because if I could do it all over again, I'd be Clarence Boddicker.
Then I would never not.
And if you guys don't know who Clarence Boddicker is, all you got to do is watch the second greatest testosterone movie ever made, RoboCop.
RoboCop.
The real one, the one in 1987.
I'll buy that for $1.
The first is Predator, which was just coincidentally came out the same year. 1987 was Testosterone City. So the year of the testosterone, the year that I became a man. The year I started becoming a man.
How old were you in 1987, Joe?
I was 9. I got communion at 9. Predator, RoboCop.
Like communion, like at the church?
Yeah, I'm Catholic.
I like that. I love that. I love that.
So I was blessed by God.
But you were blessed by God when you were born.
And then Arnold and RoboCop turned me into a man.
But you were blessed by God when you were born. He knitted you when you were in your mother's womb.
Well, what I'm saying is, it was the affirmation, and at 9, like
it was like the anointing. Okay,
yes, yeah.
No, that's really cool. RoboCop, that's crazy.
So 87 was a great year for me. I don't remember a lot of it, but I remember the good parts. And
that was one of Paul Verhoeven's best.
And Paul Verhoeven is he's the one that did Starship Troopers. Yes, and I don't care what anybody says. Showgirls was a good movie based off of what it is.
It's okay. I saw it in the theaters because I thought Elizabeth Berkley was super hot in those days.
Huh? I need to figure out who Spock is because I don't watch Star Trek.
From Star Trek.
Star Trek.
Okay.
That's what he said. He said you remind. I remind him.
Leonard Nimoy, Spock. What also played by Zachary.
He's saying that you're ugly.
Ah, dude, come on, man. I look great. I just met Eric Yuan yesterday. I'm gonna guess who that is, but he's a billionaire. So
okay, well, there you go.
You met him?
Yeah.
805 was calling me the billionaire in the beginning. He should be calling John the billionaire.
I went to because I'm trying to get it. Gerald, you know how that I told you I'm trying to get that promotion.
Yes, I wish you best of luck on that.
Yes, and I went to I had to go to the Zoom office for that.
What is this, Vader time?
Yeah, because that's the guy's
Vader time is this. When he goes like this, it's Vader time. It's this way when you do it Star Trek style. Yes.
Sorry. I don't watch these movies. But anyway, yeah. I met Eric and Eric said, "Oh, dude, you're a good-looking young man. I think you got this." And I was like, thanks." So if this guy's calling me ugly, I don't need to listen to it.
Did you go in high?
Good-looking young man.
Did you go in high?
Absolutely not. I would not do that. Okay. I would not do that. Not to air.
I'm still a Tiffany Amber Thiessen fan, though.
Oh God, Elizabeth Berkley was so hot.
She is, but man, there's something about
none of these old ladies.
Something about.
Sorry, Berkley did it for me. There you go.
Gerald's got some business to handle.
Makes you want to get on your knees and beg for buttermilk.
Oh, you're the one that like talked about the Jergens and went into detail with the cleaning, and I was just like, oh, that's very descriptive of you. Okay, I was all right, whatever. Looks like Joe's gonna have a party. That's the one where last episode where you talked about being very descriptive on your personal services. If the Lakers get Kawhi instead of LeBron, would they still have a championship or none?
With Anthony Davis?
No, yeah, with Anthony Davis and Kawhi. Would Kawhi had stayed healthy?
If Kawhi would have stayed healthy, he'd still be unhealthy with the Lakers. I'd say
unhealthy anywhere he goes.
Probably not. Now, if Kawhi was with LeBron and AD, yes, because now the tasks spread out even more, and now AD doesn't have to exert as much effort, and then LeBron gets filtered even more, and those guys are just destroying people for probably 3 years.
Arcarino, yes, John Costa. John Costa is his name. He is his legal name is not Lakers Corner. It is John Costa.
Yes, it is not Lakers Corner.
Well, he's sort of new. Arcarino is. So
okay.
I mean, just wanted to know for legit. So.
That'd be kind of sick if my first name was Lakers and last name was Corner.
You can do that, you know. legally change your
What
name.
does this? Does this mean I come in peace? Is that Spock?
No, it says live long and prosper.
Do you guys?
I come in peace as a
this-
Highlander.
Do you guys
this
think I'm
is-
Spock? Do you guys think I look like Spock or no?
Well, no, you got to have live long and prosper.
You want to grow hair on your chest. If you don't have any, that's another move. That's another franchise you got to watch.
You got it, Arcarino. No
Highlander.
problem, my friend.
I got some hair on my chest and a tattoo.
That's TMI. Between that and what Joe was talking about, his personal services on the last episode, that's TMI indeed. But of course, it is of course
What
the
the fuck are
Lakers
you
fast.
talking about?
You were again. Check out the last episode. You could talk. You were talking about your personal services, or
I never
talking
said
about-
any. I never said I used that stuff.
Oh,
It was
you were
describing something
you-
else.
You were very descriptive, so I don't know if that was personal
You
first-hand
got-
knowledge
yeah.
or what. I
Yeah,
don't know.
you're the descriptive. Yeah, okay.
It was indeed.
Good.
It is, of course, the Lakers fast break. The Lakers win 124-104. Some final thoughts, Joe, on where the Lakers stand. Was this about where you thought they were going to be heading into the All-Star break?
I don't really think I remember having anything set in stone on what they would be.
Okay.
Let's say it's
But you weren't thinking they were a championship team heading into the season.
no, not at all. Still don't think, but because of the current climate in the NBA, it's still not out of the realm of possibility that they could make a run because of the injuries that's been going on. It could open up just like the Celtics. It opened up for the Celtics in 2024. We don't know that. We don't know that. So, looking at their situation, they are one game back of the third seed in the loss column. One. And we have a team that has played. We have a team that's played 54 games already, and their differential is 0.
Right there.
They have played even and are 33-21. Maybe we should talk about that. Maybe we should talk about the fact that they have no distinctive advantage in any of these games, yet they're up 33-21. Maybe we should be giving them credit. Do you see them not winning 17 more games?
I can see them winning 17 games for sure.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So how many games are left? So they have 54, which means they have 30 left. No, 28 left, right? So do you see the Lakers going 17-9?
17-9.
Mm-hmm. I could see that.
I can see that. I think I can
And
see
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Remember we talked about the schedule a few weeks back?
Mm-hmm.
They're not leaving the West Coast until mid-March when they get back. They're going to win 50 games.
I think so too.
They're going to win 50 games. And if they go on a run where they win 7 to 8 in a row, they may get the 3 again. But they have to have a long winning streak. Because I think you're going to need 53 to 54 wins to get the third seed. I think, based off of what's going on right now. Because a lot of guys are tanking, right? So you're going to have a lot of easy games. And then Denver has a injury issue with all their guys now. Houston's Houston. Oklahoma City's Oklahoma City. They're going to stay at the 1. San Antonio is probably the second best team in the NBA right now.
Arcarino, we have not gone to a game together since Joe lives in the Temecula area.
Temecula area.
Temecula area. John lives in the Northern California. It wouldn't take time to go ahead and see me area.
Stop it, Gerald. You were on a whole nother dimension.
No, I could have come to where you live.
You said Joe was down the street from you.
I don't want to go down that road again. I could have come to your location. That's all I'll say. And then me in Las Vegas. No, we've not gone to a game together. But that's on the bucket list. That's on the bucket list. But John is going here in 2 weeks.
I am going.
Yes.
February 22nd, man. Shout out to this guy who just gave me the freaking ticket.
There you go. That's that random strangers.
I mean,
you're not concerned about that at all.
We DM each other via on Lakers Corner. Like he's been listening to Lakers Corner for a long time. Like he's always been like commenting, and
Okay.
he like DMs me, and I even see his story. Like he drives a I'm gonna figure out what this guy does for work because he drives a Cybertruck. He's always posting like the latest, hottest like Kobe releases, and I'm like, damn, like how do you even afford this type of stuff? Like he's either just a guy that has no kids and just been working his whole life and has a whole
Maybe
bunch
it's
of
the guy
money.
from Zoom that you just ran into.
Shit, that'd be dope if it's Eric Yuan. That'd be kind of sick.
Okay.
But maybe kind of dope. I'd be like, bro, hey, while we're here, by the way, thanks for the tickets. Can you help make sure I get this promotion? Because
That's how it all starts, Joe. You got him a ticket.
okay, well,
So you know this billionaire, huh?
what? Yeah, Eric Yuan.
Is he your boy?
He's not my. I mean, I guess he's the CEO of Zoom.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, shit. I work for his company.
Right.
I'm on his payroll. But hey, he's looking out though.
Joe, do you think it's a red flag?
What's the red flag?
Hold on, Joe. Should John get the ticket? Joe Soro will keep him safe. What ticket?
I think he's talking
The
about
ticket to the game
Like
that he got.
like a $500 ticket.
Anonymous donor.
Oh, that. Do you think
Yes.
it's a red flag that John is getting a ticket from a random person? No.
I think it's kind of dope. It's a supporter. Like I've been doing this channel for like 3+
If he was
years.
an actor in Hollywood, then yeah, I would be worried
He's a supporter. He's just
because he'd have to serve that ass later.
oh yes, I would not want to do that. I would
And you
not.
know John, man, you know he's kind of accommodating and shit.
Oh, I'm not for my asshole. I'm not accommodating.
No, cool, bro. Natalie Portman was very nice looking in the day, but Elizabeth Berkley and Showgirls, yeah, that's a ticket right there. That's a ticket. Sorry, the movie was terrible, but you know what? When I went there and saw it in the theaters, I didn't care. She was.
Everybody loved Topanga, huh? I was the only one that didn't watch that show.
You and I both.
I also
I was already in my 20s at that time, so yeah, I didn't care about it. So it is of course the Lakers fast break. Yeah, Darth.
Oh,
We know, cool bro. Yes. The prequels suck. They will always suck and they will continue to suck.
Problem is they've been validated because of the last 3 that they made.
Yes. Well, again, Andor's the best thing since the original trilogy. Deal with it, cool bro. Deal with it. But it is, of course,
You can leave now, cool bro. I think
Yes.
you've been in here long enough.
is the best.
Yes.
Friday.
Once he started with that Brooke Shields stuff, because
Have you guys seen Friday?
Brooke Shields. This fucking guy was a jizz stain that came back and back and back when she was out.
She was a Blue Lagoon in like 80, 81, 80. She was a teenager then. That's a dirty mind right there. Go ahead, John. I'm sorry, my friend.
That's crazy. Have you guys seen Friday? I'll join the movie scenery here. That's probably one of my favorite movies. Friday,
Friday.
Mike, or Space Jam. Those are about as far as my movie bag goes.
There you go,
What?
man. A
Friday,
movie connoisseur
like
you
Mike
are.
or
Okay,
Space
Friday, yeah. Not Mike or Space Jam are like goofy movies. Friday's good.
Friday's pretty good. You don't think Space Jam's cool? I mean, I liked it.
It's too cheesy for me.
It was on the TV when my daughter was like born. That was kind of cool. Like they put it on the hospital room in the background. Kind of cool, huh?
Safe movie for the kids, yeah.
All right. With that, I think we're going to go ahead and head out and start our All-Star weekend.
All right.
I should have some
Giggity,
conversations
giggity.
up for you guys.
All
during the
right.
time.
Oh,
I also bring you some Lakers latest as well. Lakers latest episodes will be coming at you as well.
what's the latest?
On the Lakers.
I don't know. I just say stuff. That's all I do. Again, it is the Lakers fast break.
Did you have like 5,300 people watch a show last week?
I had 10,000 views.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Hey.
But it's funny because I don't know, whatever it is they type and whatever algorithms they do with the bait and switch stuff that they do, more credit to them, Fan Arc Network, for doing that, because they're the ones that upload it, and something they put just like triggered people watching it and all. Yeah, good for them. Good for them, because that was a nothing channel when it started, so had like 100 some odd subscribers. So yeah, they more than double that, and that's because of you guys out there. So thank you. Truly appreciate it. It is, of course, the Lakers Fast Break. Go ahead and follow the Joe Soro experiment. He'll have hopefully a show here this weekend. I know Hung Min was on the chat earlier asking you for one.
Well, the problem with the shows, it's going to be much easier here the next week or so because we're not going to have Laker basketball. Is when I can do a show, the Lakers Fast Break is going on. Notice before when things kind of were more of 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock starts on the West Coast, you saw me doing a little bit more shows. I don't want to take something away from something and then do the other thing. I'd rather
Appreciate it.
balance it out. So yeah, because now we have 8 days, you will see at least 2 shows between now and then. I thought I was going to do something today and yesterday, and then I realized, oh yeah, we got these games going on, and of course, I also been coming home late lately because things are starting to ramp up in my business.
Whoa, don't be coming home late, Joe.
Why not?
Why not?
Because
He owns a company.
coming home late.
You think these teeth are straight and white
Good
from
job.
braces? It's purely genetic, baby. Not a stitch of braces.
Good job. I had braces when I was a kid.
Now you know what to go after, John, when you're trying to drive in the lane.
I'm attacking his top foot, and that's how you get by anybody.
It doesn't matter if you get by me. You have to worry about getting clocked.
Joe. First of all, I'm gonna finish at the hoop by the time
You're gonna have to shoot jump shots.
Oh, then it's really over for you.
There you go.
I'm gonna get there even quicker.
You're gonna have to, and you're gonna have to make every shot, because then it's Charles Barkley time in 1990. Back you down before the 5-second rule.
Okay, hey, I respect your game, Joe.
And the second you go after the ball, I'm swinging to the basket. So you better be quick.
I'm very quick. I'm really like that with this hoop shit. I'm not gonna lie. But
Yo, is that the Ox from Empire Jeff? Yeah, that's me.
that's
Rocky.
the Ox. It's Joe. It's the experiment, man. But anyway, now we're just rambling. Anywhom, Joe.
John, what are you up to on Lakers Corner over the All-Star break?
What are you doing in the corner over there?
I am going to.
I don't think I want to know.
I'm going to continue to bring you guys great Lakers content like the 3-minute game recaps, weekly shows.
High or lucid?
I mean, it just depends on what time I do
You
it.
can tell it's wearing off a little bit
during
now.
the day. It depends what time I do it.
He's not like Cody Bellinger at the beginning where he's like. Which, by the way, have you noticed Austin Reeves lately in these interviews? He's sitting like he's Tony Montana. He's like, yeah, we played well. Just sitting there laying on his couch. Looks like a couch in there. Dude, look at it if you guys have Sportsnet.
JY, we did discuss Luka is most likely going to play in the All-Star game because of the fact that he's the leading vote getter on the team. Does this bother you guys that he's going to be most likely doing that?
Why the hell would it bother us? We've been complaining about these assholes not playing.
Okay.
That would be the dumbest thing to say. I can't believe he's playing in the game. We just
because he didn't play tonight. That's why. John,
but no, does not bother me. But anyway, though, Gerald, like I was saying, do go check out Lakers Corner. I just got to 7K on Instagram. So
what does that mean? Are you going to make money now?
I mean, I get closer to making money.
What do you make? What are you making now with this shit?
Right now, I just make off like brand deals. So like, if someone like asks me to advertise their brand,
so they've called you and asked.
Story, yeah, a couple people have. Like, I currently have this little brand deal with this like basketball shorts company. But it's just based on like however many views you're getting on your story and shit.
Well, tell them, pitch it to us. Tell them you're pitching it here. What is the company?
Well, shit, yeah. I mean, shit. If you just DM me and I can,
hey, take it easy, man.
DM me. Yes, it's Lakers_corner on Instagram, and then on TikTok it's Lakers Corner 24.
You don't want to drop their names, so you can tell them that you dropped it here in front of that channel with.
Come on, drop them balls.
Drop them balls. I'll tell you exactly what the name is.
I'm giving you free pub, my friend.
Brands Sportswear 786.
Man, we're not gonna remember that shit.
Well, I'm just telling you, they're paying.
418-AF Foxtrot Tango. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna remember that now.
Well, it's Brand Sportswear.
Oh, speaking of Mark Cuban,
check it out.
is it?
And if you don't want to check it out, you can just simply go through my Instagram, and you'll see it on there.
Are you? Is that dipshit serious?
Yes, he is.
Who?
It was reported by Mark Stein earlier this week that
is it Mark Stein or Mark Stein?
Mark Stein.
Steinberg.
I bet it's Stein.
Anyways, he says a Mark Stein.
That's Yiddish, guys. In case you
before he got fired from or let go by ESPN, he said that there's I guess Mark Cuban's trying to formulate a group that's going to attempt to buy back the Dallas Mavericks because he's still pissed off that they traded Luka.
5'10". On my license, I'm listed at 5'10". So,
but
is it Brand B
really?
Sports? You said
probably 6 foot.
Oh, so you're like Allen Iverson. You're 5'10", but you save 6.
R. Carino's asking, Brand B Sport, that's what you're talking about? Brand B Sports?
Best League, don't ever correct me when I know what I'm talking about. Ever. Don't ever do that again.
Best League.
Is it brandbsports.com?
No, it's not the sport. I'm telling
Brand 481 A is in apple, B is in boy.
Okay.
But yeah, check me out, guys. Help continue to grow the page.
So what did these guys do?
What is they sell?
What do they provide? You said basketball shorts?
Yeah, they sell a little bit of everything.
Do they sell the 80s basketball shorts or the Michigan Fab 5 shorts? Because I can't wear that 80s shit.
I'm sure they have like a children's size.
Children?
Like I'm sure they have children's size.
Why the hell would I wear children's size?
Because that's what the 80s shorts would look like on you. Children's size. Keep it gangster, y'all. Keep it gangster. Keep it gangster, y'all. Keep it gangster.
I think we got to head on out. It is, of course, the Lakers Fast Break. Please like and subscribe to the Joe Sorrell Experiment.
6969. 6969 is hilarious.
Big shout out to all the mods, and we will
come to Dodger Baseball.
We will get you guys going with some stuff over the course of the 8-day break. Rest assured. Again, follow Lakers Corner, the Joe Sorrell Experiment, Lakers Latest, and of course, everything that we do right here. What the hell was that? Is there any good flicks coming out? Well, I don't think it'll be Crime 101 that came out this weekend or Wuthering Heights, but we'll see. All right. It is, of course, Lakers winning. We'll be back hopefully sooner rather than later right here at the Lakers Fast Break Podcast. Enjoy your All-Star break. Spend some time with the family.
Yeah.
You beat me to it. You're like, damn, man, is it really that late?
It's that late, baby.